Okay, I don't know what happens when I pray, and I don't expect to know what happens when I pray. Just like doing this thing again, praying is different every time, so I don't always know what's going to come. And I don't really know the Hebrew that I'm repeating, although some of it's become more familiar, so I've got a good sense of it now, but I'm still not a Hebrew speaker. But for me, my favourite story about praying, or prayer, is the story of Hannah. When she was praying in the temple, she was praying for a son. She'd had a number of years of going on pilgrim festivals with her husband and her husband's other wife, who had many children, and it became more and more painful year on year. And finally she couldn't take it, and she just went to the temple on her own and poured out her grief to God and prayed. And the priest saw her, and he saw her weeping copiously, and he saw her mouth moving but no sound was made. So he assumed that she was a drunk woman, and he went to throw her out, and he said, "How dare you be drunk in this place?" And she corrected him, and she said no, and she explained her story and why she was so distraught. And he said that her prayer was so sincere and so well meant that it should be answered, and so her prayer was answered and she was granted a son. But for me as a woman, I take great comfort and strength from that story, because that's where we learnt to pray as Jews. That's the beginning of prayer for us, as I understand it, and everything else comes after it. So when I come to pray, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have expectations. I try and pray from the heart as much as possible. But it's not always easy, and sometimes you go to shul and you just repeat. And yeah, I don't know.